Good morning, all my fine people out there. This is Jeremy once again, bringing you another update from the Utopians bus. We are getting there. Do a little spin around. Got a couple more of these fence panels dry fitted in, and I'll just show you guys, kind of progress to my day. Not sure how this is going to go because, those panels aren't going to take me too long to put up. Also got a few weird looking ones that aren't the right size. Well, they are the right size, but I can't keep this consistent look here because the way they manufactured them, I guess, or the way I cut them down originally isn't going to really follow that line. But it'll be close, and I'll try to make it work. What happened with my light? Anyway, nice cool morning here in Florida, so might as well take full advantage of that since it's always so hot here. It's about 45 degrees and rising. Lots of dew on the windows. If you can see that, I don't know. Yeah, definitely humid here. And I left the window open last night, but it's not too damp in here, so that makes me happy. I've got a huge pile of stuff here. It's just crazy, but I've got this whole driver's side fitted in. I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove these. I mean, I've only got one screw holding them in, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove them so the space behind it is gonna all get spray foamed, but it kind of comes over the lip a little bit on both sides. And some of them, are doubled up on these 2x3s. So I guess I'll make some marks maybe on the windows, some temporary marks. And then when it comes time to remove these and finish them down, give them a good sanding, maybe put, just temporary 2x3s up there where it's needed, and just sort of fake frame it in. And then the spray foam company can come and do their magic, and it's not going to interfere with the way that I've got this laid out. So yeah, got a few more panels to go, and then some other little things around here. I'll probably do some cleaning up. I may do some more, see that wood down there? May do some more end grain work because we're definitely going to need door faces and stuff for our cabinets once those are built. And I want to keep that consistent end grain looking look. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll shoot you a little time lapse here of the process, or possibly just film it. We'll see how that works, and hopefully I can give you guys another good update video here. So thanks for joining me, and catch you on the other side of this. So yeah, I guess I'll just film this for you to give a little instructional. First things first, I've got this piece here. Let's see if we can get you a better framing here. Using my cell phone on a tripod because I just don't feel like setting up my DSLR to film all this. But basically, I've got this first piece, dry fitted in, and there's little notches on the bottom here. This lip, that stays in place. We'll probably end up doing, some foam insulation there on the bottom, and then end up getting all this spray foamed in. So it'll come out to this distance, that's a good, let's see here. It's 3 inches. 3 inches of void there when the wood is fitted in. So what I do, pretty simple, I just measure from the center of that rib there to the next one, got 27 inches on the top, and 27 inches on the bottom. So I only measure, half the distance, because eventually, we're going to have I guess I can do this now. It's just easier to do this single-handedly. Well, yeah. So we got 27 inches to the center of the middle rib, and then to the end of that panel, 53 7/8. Over here, 53 7/8. So yeah, it's pretty square. 27 inches to the first one, 53 7/8 to the second one. Well, already I'm seeing an issue. So yeah, there's still a screw that's in this rib from the old panels. That one's not a big deal. That'll get covered up. But this one I'm going to pull out with a plier. So I'll just, I could grind this off. Well, I might have to. No, it's unscrewing. So I'll just unscrew that little piece out of there. And if it wouldn't have budged, I would have grabbed the grinder with a cutoff wheel. But it's unscrewing out of there nicely. It's a little bit monotonous kind of work, but I enjoy it. Still fighting off a cold. I've had a nice little flu bug for the past 4 or 5 days. I hopped up on Z-Pack, amoxicillin and stuff like that. But I'm feeling better, so might as well make the best of it. So yeah, follow me outside and show you how you cut these things down and make sure that I reuse as much of this as possible. Alright, so I'm outside now. This is my little workbench that I set up. Just a piece of plywood screwed into these plastic sawhorses. It works well for me. I'm going to grab one of these panels and get to going. Alright. So I got the compressor on. Sorry if it's a little noisy now. A couple tools that I'm using. Got my little brad nailer in here. And for this application, well, looks like I'm almost out. I've just got these 1-inch brads, which is just fine. And all that is, you know, once I cut off the 2x3s off the ends, because this piece is a little long, you know, I basically get those measurements at 27 inches, 53 7/8 inches on both sides. That's the full length. Tape measure, of course. Got a little T-square. Got these handy dandy clamps. Can't go wrong with these things, man. They're very awesome, portable. And a hammer to knock off the old sections of wood. So check out what I'm doing. I'll try to explain as I go along. I'm going to flip this thing over. It's a little wobbly surface, and I'm not the most organized person, but it makes sense to me, so I guess that's all that really matters. So, first thing I'll do is I just eyeball this, and I got a pretty good eyeball. I find the center of this center beam here, and I measure outward. I'm looking at the piece, and I want to say, okay, bottom left. I'm trying to find the best looking slats here, make sure none of them are real split. There's a few knot holes and stuff, but all that's going to get filled in with some compound, and you know, all this stuff's going to get sanded down and repainted. I'll go in here and maybe knock a few of these nails a little deeper in, because manufacturing, you know, they don't really take that into consideration. So, coming off of the left side, I'm going to, that looks like a good bottom. So, left side, basically measure 27 inches to the center of this post. Take the end of the tape, and you can see that, and I'll just make a little indentation. Mark it with my pencil. Do the same thing on the other side. And this is a slow process, but it works for me, so that's all that matters. Get the center of this 2x3 that's going to stay in place. 27 inches, make my little scratch mark so I can see it. Hit it with the pencil. Get my T-square. And usually it's pretty square. Yep, looks decent. So that's 27 inches here. I'll make a nice dark line across that. And then what I'll do is I'll just put an arrow facing that way. That way I know that this side is up. This is my left side. 1 second, let me grab my saw. Alright, got my little portable Ryobi saw here. And what I do is I'm hanging off of the end here. See if, make sure you can see that. Hanging off the end there. And there's enough space to fit the saw in there. So to the edge of the table here, I'll take these clamps. Make sure that's nice and tight. This side. Make sure that's nice and tight. Got my line drawn. And I'm basically just going to saw off this whole edge here, including this 2x3. Sorry about the noise. You want to hold it so it doesn't bind up on you when you come towards the edge. Put it right down that line, basically. Okay. Telling you not to bind it, but what am I doing? Binding it. So now I've got this piece, and I want to reuse this 2x3. So, one more second. So I got my trash can now. I left enough room over here on the end. Just set that right there. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Old hammer. And I'm just going to knock these old slats right into the trash. Don't scratch the bus. Got quite a few nails in here. I think instead of struggling today, I'm going to do it the right way and get my pry bar. 1 second, please. Got my handy dandy pry bar. I'm just going to pop these nails out of here that hung on. Maybe. Okay. That seems to work much better than what I was doing before. Make sure they go in the trash so I don't get them all over the yard and they'll pop in somebody's tire. Try those out. Come on. Hammer actually works a little better, I think. Yeah. Okay, back to the old school. Yep, much better. Got more leverage like this, I think. Okay. Alright. So, now that this doesn't have any nails in it, yeah, it's a little split up, but still a good piece of wood. I'll just turn it around that way. And because I've clamped down these edges, that's the only part I really need to be concerned with. to keep that measurement the same, top to bottom. So I'll just fit this right here, corner up the edge, get my brad nailer. I'm gonna have to go get some more brads in a second too. And I'll pop a few brads. Straighten that end piece. Come to the other edge. Same thing over here. Looks like I got a little overhang, so I'll have to trim that off. One second, gotta get some brads. So I got my little brad nails here. Great invention. Oh yeah, I was right at the end. Put a whole strip in there. Take my time. So it's very important to oil your machine. It says oil daily, and I'm an idiot, so I don't listen. Get that off of there. And a very simple process. I just use this hydraulic jack oil, anti-rust, anti-foam. You just drip a little bit down in there. You gotta keep your tools oiled up. Just a few drops ought to do it. Plug this thing back in. Good to go. Put this back inside. Alright, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, we're good there. So I need to trim off this little end over here. I can unclamp it now from this end. And if I check my measurement, it should be 28 7/8, give or take. Actually, that's good. So I'm gonna leave that end. This is, let's see, 27. Where'd my mark go? Oh, it was on the old piece. So this is my top left, which is fine. I have 27 inches from the center of this center beam to the edge. I should get 53 7/8 on the other end. So I just turn this thing around. Not a very good workspace here. Well, like I said, I'm not very organized. Turn this thing around. Luckily these panels are nice and light. Do the same thing, put it about the same distance. Before I clamp it down, I want to make sure my measurement is accurate. So from the edge to here, I got 53 7/8. Where'd my pencil go? Oh, my pencil's hiding. 53 7/8. Same thing on this end. 53 7/8. T-square. Draw me a little line on this end. Nice and square. Keep your pencil sharp if you can. Put that back there. Now it's time to clamp. Clamp my ends nice and tight. That way it stays in place. Okay. Next one. Okay. Saw this end off. Follow that process again. Okay, so I brought it back in the bus. I always try to fit it to make sure it comes up nicely into that center is falling where it should. And at the end, leaves me half of that next rib. And what I'll do is I'll just slide it back a little bit and line this up. So basically I'll just tack in this end here. Drill a hole right in the corner. Switch my battery over. I need more batteries to my little impact drill. Got a 2.5 inch galvanized screw here, which is just enough to tack this in. There we go. This is loose, no big deal, but it gives me enough on the next one to measure it out. Anyway, I don't know how much of that recorded. I'm using my phone to record these videos. I'm able to do time lapses and stuff with an app every now and then. It's called Time Spirit. It's a time lapse app that I use. And then I use an editing program on my phone as well called Photo Video Director. So yeah, I'm just going to continue on with this process. Try to get the rest of this side done today. And just wanted to show you how I'm putting up these fence panels for now. And then later on, you know, I'll have to remove them. But I'll go ahead and mark on each panel what number it is, which side faces up, and then I'll be able to do it, put them back in very easily once I've got everything pre-framed for spray foam insulation to fill all the extra voids and get our electrical run and plumbing and anything else we're going to put behind the walls. So yeah, I guess that'll do it for today's video. Sorry if you missed a little bit of it. My phone is lacking in memory and likes to shut itself off sometimes. But thanks for joining, and this is all just part of the fun. So until the next one, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends that might be doing this kind of thing, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.